There we go. Nobody's on at the moment. Good, I'll probably get the camera adjusted here. Doing wire management. So you guys are probably gonna everybody's probably just gonna look from up above, hopefully. If I can get this to sit, right? I don't know if I can. Trying to get it so everyone can see what I'm doing in the inside here, but might have to come from a different angle.
It must have slipped out. So, thank you.
All right, one person on testing. Can you hear me?
No.
Doing wire management in an XL. Getting things buttoned up inside of here and tied into the computer and things like that. Relay, power. Testing. Can you guys hear me? I think it's working, right? Oh, loud and clear. Awesome. All right, so I'm just going to keep trucking along here. Like I said, this is another XL pre-build. And like I said, I'm just doing wire management inside here. So hopefully you guys kind of have a good angle. Kind of see what I'm doing. Hopefully my head and stuff won't get too much in the way. I'll try to move the camera as I go along here, just so you guys can kind of see what's going inside. So again, I'm just gonna keep moving along here. So working on an XL base computer. Just got all the speaker stuff wired up here. Now I'm just kind of running everything over and down, and this stuff is from the panel. So all this will come over, down, and either get plugged into the power strip or ran down the computer. Then I have a 12-volt power here that'll tie into my relay. Like I said, I'm just going to keep moving along, you guys. For everyone that's on, if you have any questions, just let us know. Hopefully I know it's going to be kind of hard to see what I'm doing. I could probably move the camera. Just give me a minute to see if I can't get it better, or maybe you're kind of looking up at what I'm doing, or down, I should say. All right, so yeah, maybe I'll move the camera just to kind of show you what I'm doing here. Like I said, I got all the speaker stuff wire managed up, neon ring stuff, and then that all runs up, USBs, and this will all run down to the computer. Like I said, maybe I can get a better view. Kind of what I'm doing there. Hopefully that's somewhat of a better view for now. Try to keep my head kind of out of the way. So this is for my neon ring. Speaker goes down. Power for my sub. I think this will reach kind of down here. Perfect. I'll tie this in here. What's up, Brian? For everybody that's joining, I'm working on an XL pre-build. This is not the same one as the last week or the week before that. This is the third one that I'm working on. Trying to get these out, obviously for Christmas here for customers. That's what I'm working on. I'm just doing wire management in the side and inside here. Hopefully you guys again have kind of a good angle to kind of view things. Hopefully the lighting is all right. Quick question. You're under the hood. Can you show me where the Xbox receiver is typically placed for the controllers to link? So yeah, I don't know if you can see it right now, but I can show you the one. Obviously, every motherboard is going to be kind of different, but typically it's going to get plugged in. I don't know if you can see it, but typically it'll get plugged in right here. If you guys can see the transmitter. I know it's kind of hard. Here's my finger, but right there's the transmitter. Plugged into a USB port on the back of your computer. So hopefully you can kind of see that. Yeah, I mean, if you're losing connection, I know sometimes moving it to a different port can help. I know I run into issues here every now and again too with the transmitters desyncing or the controllers desyncing. So I know, like I said, sometimes moving that around too will help if you're having that issue. But again, hopefully this is a good viewing angle. Again, I'm just going to keep going. If you have any questions, just let me know. And again, I'll answer them the best that I can while I'm getting this guy done here. This is my speaker connection. So this gets tied right here. So typically I'll wrap this around. See if I can do this. I know it might be kind of close, so you guys might not be able to see it, but usually I'll wrap this around. There. There we go. Kind of see how I have that tied now. So it all stays together and doesn't come disconnected there on me. So that's how I did that. That'll run over. My power will run over and down. All these USBs will go down. My speaker, this will go down. And then all this will go down too. So then the two longer gray ones will go back. Those are for the panel. Those I plug into the back of the computer just because I have long enough cord to reach. These will get kind of tied down there. And then these ones over here get plugged into the side of the computer. And those are for the front USBs. So typically I leave that like that because I'll tie this like that. Put another sticky pad there. I know we're going to be doing, I believe, I've heard that we're going to be doing a couple pre-builds on our Ultimate pedestals. I believe we're going to paint those gloss black. I know we were talking about doing a couple of those eventually here. So that'll probably eventually be coming down the pipeline. I know we're gonna try to put a 70-inch screen on one of those just to see, which that'll be kind of cool. We got one. And then there was talks possibly of making a Megacade or whatever you want to call it, a behemoth cade, with putting that 70-inch inside of there, which we don't know how that's going to work. Obviously, it's going to have to get made into a 3-piece. But that's kind of what we might be working on in the future. That's something different. I want to run this down under. Just trying to figure out how I want to run. I think I want to run this over actually. I want to run it like this. Like that. There. There's it. Ran over. Do that. And then I'll run this stuff down actually. Hopefully you guys again can see what I'm doing a little bit here. It's kind of hard to get the camera in here. I know, so just bear with me, guys. That stays, so I'm just gonna put a sticky pad in there. Put a sticky in there. And tie this back in here. All right. There we go. There. So I like to do it nice and tight. All right. Where's my scissors? Cut these little zip ties here. There we go. Oops, I think I kind of bumped the camera. I think we're still good. All right. So there we go. That's all tied in. Tied in there. Oh, son of a beep. I wasn't supposed to bring this across, and of course I did. It's all right. I'll just cut it. Put another zip tie in there. And I already have my wires labeled from the panel. So this is just nothing special with the panel. It's just one of our pre-builds, lighted white panel, Scantron layout, no extras added. So just an iPad and a spinner. And that's the 2 USB connections right here that are going up to the panel to make all that good stuff work. I'm gonna keep working this down around here. Hopefully you guys can still see that. I'm trying my best here. All right. So I'm gonna keep running this. I run this pretty much almost down to the bottom of the machine, and then it cuts over and then runs around and then plugs in. Like to keep it nice and clean. All right. There we go. fine yet. All right. Typically, I think I'll run. I end up tying that in down there. Probably actually cut there. Cut over that way. Again, sorry for kind of the viewing angle for everyone that's watching. It's just kind of rough to kind of get in here and show you all what I'm doing. So hopefully you can kind of see what I'm doing. Like I said, what I'm doing right now, the USBs that are up to the panel, those are coming down. Like I said, down to the bottom here, pretty much I tie them kind of down. And then we'll wrap those around. And then all that can get plugged into the back of the computer. I do all this before, obviously, I screw the computer down and in, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to reach back in there. So that looks pretty good there. Go like there with that guy. Okay. There. Just like that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Got my zip ties. Oh, looks good. See, now I can butt my computer back up to the side there. That's all nice and wire managed down and around. These will get wrapped around and get plugged into the computer. All right. Yeah, just like I said, these side USBs or the front USBs get plugged into the side of the computer here. So that's what I'm working on right now. Just tying these in. All right. I think we can go like about there. Just making sure I put this one up high enough because I put a block obviously in there. So I'll put just one more kind of down in here for these front guys. These front ones are done. And then I'll probably end up getting down kind of in there. And again, doing the speaker and the stuff for the panel before I run everything else down from the TV and the marquee. This has a Wii bar too, standard guns, non-recoil. So that's all done there. Perfect. So this is all the stuff that runs down from the marquee and the TV, HDMI and all that good stuff there. We have power for the computer, power to the back of the machine. So I'm just gonna kind of get all that out of the way. And I'm gonna get like down in here and do all that stuff quick. Maybe I can get the camera down in there so you guys can kind of see a little bit. I can adjust it if you want here. Trying to see if I can get a little more cord out of this, which I should be able to. Where is it? Oh, here. I'm just trying to pull these cords a little bit tighter. Seeing if I can't get them a little tighter here. I'll probably just end up leaving that like that. So it's just two USBs down there that I'll have to plug in, and I already did the speaker. That's what I was just doing. But I'll try to get the camera down in here. So obviously I might be kind of in the way here a little bit, but hopefully you guys can kind of see. And again, I already have these labeled iPack and trackball on the ends. Just so if anyone ever needed to get in here, trace anything back, you're obviously able to do that. Put that guy in there. Put this guy in here. A little bit of work it takes, obviously, to do all this wire management and get it looking nice. But so I think I'll probably put a sticky right here. And then that way. It might be kind of blocking the camera for a minute, so kind of bear with me because I gotta kind of get my hand in here and get this all wire managed in. So bear with me for a second. then I'll put that second sticky right above that one, just to tie whatever little extra cord that I have. It's typically how I like to do it, is kind of down here by the computer. So again, I'll get this one tied down in here again. So I'll probably block the camera again for a second or two here. Again, just bear with me for a minute. All right, get this off. Bunch there. Get the zip tie tightened. There we go. Give myself just maybe a little more slack on that guy. I don't like to have them super tight, obviously, because I don't want them to pull out in shipping. So I give a little bit of slack on these guys. There, just like that. That's how I like to do it. Yeah, and then obviously like my audio is coming around here. So I got that stuff done from the panel. So now it's pretty much going to be back up doing the relay and then running everything down from the TV and everything. So pretty much these cables here. All right. So I'll probably end up getting this stuff kind of out of the way for now. Here. And then I'll probably have this stuff. Right now. Oh. Camera, sorry about that. All right. And then here's all this stuff. And then obviously I got all this stuff marked. The only thing I got to mark is the Wii bar. But I have the TV, the marquee marked. So I'm just going to make up a little label quick that says Wii bar on it. Where'd my pen go? Well, it's Dolphin bar, but I just label it Wii bar. Same thing. Dolphin bar, Wii bar, whatever you want to call it. And then I'll put the label on this guy. There we go. There, just like that. So you got your iPad, your trackball, your Wii bar, your Xbox transmitter, your audio cable plugged in. Now we're going to work on the power for the TV marquee. HDMIs for the everything there. Hopefully again, oops. There. Try to adjust the light again. There you go. I know it's kind of hard to see, sorry, but just see in here. What a sticky pad right there. Cutting out. I don't know, the internet's cutting out. All right, keep going here. All right. Yeah. Typically, that's how I run the audio cable. Those go up to the speakers up on top. And then this is the 12-volt power, obviously. So that ties into the relay, and then I have another one come off to the relay that plugs into the computer's 12 volts. Typically, I'll take this. Where's my power cable? Keys, my power cable for my marquee and my TV. Typically, I'll plug these in and run these along the same wires for the audio up there and for the power. Typically, I'll run this down like this. Typically, I'll loop it. Just like that. That's how I typically do it. I mean, that's how I have been doing it. Otherwise, this guy could come. These could probably come over and down even too. Otherwise, I could come down even like this. I think I might do that. That looks a little bit cleaner too, I feel. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Try this a different way. I think it looks a little cleaner though this way than I'm gonna do it. Ouch, my fingers. My fingers almost got super glued together there. All right. There, we'll do that. That way. All right. I'll come through and I'll tie this. Just like that. Yeah, sorry, there's no programming as of right now. I quality checked all those machines yesterday, so I don't know nothing too exciting as far as games being played or anything like that. All right. You guys can see a little bit of wire management, see the inside of the machine, kind of be able to check out how things are done kind of in the inside. Hopefully you guys can kind of see what's going on. I know with the camera angle, it's a little bit hard, but doing my best. Let us know if you have any questions. I mean, we can still answer any questions that you all have with anything. And obviously this cord now is going to come. Actually tie in here. I might have to wait a minute to tie that all down and in, because I'm going to actually, I'm going to put one more sticky pad up in here. There. There, that looks a lot cleaner. Kind of run those down. There, because then all that'll get tied like that now. Perfect, perfect, perfect. This is again my relay right here. Hopefully y'all can see that when I'm pointing to the relay. And then obviously 12 volt up to the panel, and then this will again tie a 12 volt to the computer power here. So I'm going to do that here quick. So I'm just going to kind of figure out where it's going to run. So right about there, I'm going to cut it. And then I'm just going to tie the same wire again. That's going to go into the computer power. Grab a few things here. Gotta grab a few tools. Ouch, ouch, ouch. All right. Game Master, are you guys going to plan putting in try it? Oh, I know. Yeah, on all our builds right now, there is one extra SATA cable for an extra drive in all our newer builds. We've been doing that for a little while now, putting that extra SATA in. So obviously, when new drives come out, or I know Omega X people are talking about coming out, you guys should have an extra SATA in there. What up, Loose Cannon? Yeah, I haven't, with Joe Cool, I haven't watched any of his newer videos yet, or a 3D printed caddy. I know we have these metal towers that sit in here, and I believe they can fit like 5 drives. That's what we've been doing now too, instead of mounting them on those like shock absorber things. So the tower is kind of nicer, obviously, because then you can just stack your drives inside of there. So that's what we've been doing. Again, hoping my big head isn't right in the way. Again, I'm just tying all this in for our power, to power our relay, to power our panel, to power our power strip. So that's basically what I'm doing right now. I'm tying these wires in, and that basically powers everything. As far as like the lighting and your power strip and things like that. So when the computer turns on, all that turns on for you. Let me get my crimps. Where did I put those? Right behind me. So I'm just crimping these in, obviously, to tie into that relay. So I just like to kind of stick the wire a little bit past so it's kind of in there nice, and then tighten that down. Now we can plug that into our relay. So just line this up now. There's a positive and a negative on this part of the relay. So obviously your red with your red wires, your positive, and your black wire is your negative with this. So there we go there. So that's all good now there. So that can get ran down now to the computer, because this will all run down like this way. Now I can tie a sticky in there to just hold that. Put a sticky in there. Getting there, guys, getting there. All right. There. And like I said, I think I'm going to put one down in there. I think I actually might move how that wire is, because I don't like how that's running actually behind. I think I'm actually going to come in front of this, just because I think it's going to look better. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, run that in front. I'm just going to run that in front because it was kind of pinching the wire weird. So that should run better now. Look a little bit better for me. Yeah, I think that'll look better that way. Okay. So I'll put one more sticky up here, over here. Just gonna tie one more like right in here, just to kind of hold all that in. Then the rest of this will go down to the computer. Again, HDMI for your TV. Marquee goes into a display port. My Wii package is in there, my Wii bar. All that will get ran down that way. TV marquee stuff will get ran down this way. And towards the end of the stream, I'll just kind of go over the overview of the inside of everything that I did, so everyone can see. I know it's a little hard, like I said, probably trying to see everything that I'm doing. But I think you guys kind of get the general idea here of what's going on. All right. That cut all my zip ties there. So that all looks good now. So I'm going to have this wire. I mean, I could have had that run that way, but I'll just run it like this. And I'll run a zip tie down here, or a sticky and a zip tie. There we go. There. That looks really nice now there. So I'll have the, I have the Wii package, my power again, and then the power button that runs at the top of the machine where you turn it on and off, or turn it on, I should say. So then now I'll run my HDMI for my TV and my marquee down this way. So I'm going to do that first, and then we'll get into doing the rest of the Wii, that 12-volt power, and then the power button here. So I just have to go grab a DisplayPort adapter to HDMI for my marquee. I believe I don't have one over here. No, I gotta go grab one quick. Oh. Oh.
Why does silicone smell like salt and vinegar chip with words?
I don't know.
Do you get that smell?
It smells like vinegar, really. I can smell the vinegar. That's.
I think actually it's mostly vinegar. As a reaction. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I was just again grabbing my adapter here. So DisplayPort, if you guys can see that. DisplayPort to HDMI. So this is for the marquee TV. I run straight HDMI. So here's my TV. Find a port for that in here. Go. And then I'm actually going to put another label on this DisplayPort thing itself. Just so those ever come unplugged or anything, you know, obviously put the marquee in the TV. So I just like marking that adapter as well. So I'm just going to obviously write marquee on my little tag here. So just to show you, marquee. So I'll put that again. I'm going to put that right on my end where my HDMI cable will plug into. Just like I was saying, so if that ever comes disconnected, you know where the marquee should go, where the TV should go. There you go. See? Marquee. Oop. There's your marquee. All right, so I'll plug this bad boy in here into the DisplayPort. And this guy. Is there one up there? There is one up there. Okay. There you go. Plug that guy in. So then now I can plug in my marquee here. There we go. And then I'll tie that to the back side of here. I don't know if you guys can really see that, hopefully here. But I tie it to the back side of the machine here for this stuff. Typically, I'll run it just like this. About 10 minutes left on the stream for today, y'all. Let me know if you have any questions again. again, hopefully you guys kind of got an idea how stuff gets done in the inside.
For the sake of my morality, I'm going to tell this man out.
There we go. Put one more sticky pad on the back side of that there. All right, put one more up here. Ouch. One more up here.
Yeah, I know.
Cut all my zip ties there. Ouch. Oops, caught. Okay, yeah, so your relay right here. So it's pretty much the end of the stream, so I'll just kind of walk through everything that I've done just to kind of give everyone an overview. Just about finished in the back side of here. Got to do a little bit more wire management with power and things like that, and then put the drives in here, and then that's done back here, and then get the panel going, and then I'll be on to programming and get this guy done and packaged up, hopefully, and get her shipped out. Well, yeah, I'll kind of go through everything, an overview, just to kind of show everyone here. So yeah, your relay here. Here's your relay. Just to do your question first, Joe. So obviously I have that white cord. That white cord is my 12-volt power. Obviously, if you had RGB, it would be a 5-volt power. And if you had both, because there has been that with lighted joysticks and RGB buttons, you obviously would have a 12-volt and a 5-volt. And those should be labeled for you so you don't get those messed up. Because if you put your 12-volt on your 5-volt RGB, you're going to burn those out. But anyways, so again, I have these two here. One for iPack, one for my trackball USBs. My 12-volt power running up the power of my lights for LED buttons, not RGB, LED. And that's 12 volts. So that runs into the relay then, which then, again, I have this wire here, which runs down in the computer, which ties into the power down here onto your 12 volts. So there's 5-volt power and 12-volt power. And then I typically, because these are red connectors, so for your 5-volt and your 12-volt, I typically will color your negative black for you, just so you don't ever get those mixed up. Because the only way to really tell what's positive and negative is by reading the numbers on the end of this. I know, hopefully you guys can kind of see what I'm doing, but there's numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1 and 2 is your 12-volt, 3 and 4 is for your 5-volt, and then 2 and 3 are your negative, and 1 and 4 are your positive for those. So 1 is positive for your 12-volt, 2 is negative for your 12-volt, and then obviously 3 is negative for your 5-volt, and then 4 is positive for your 5-volt. So that's kind of your relay there. So again, I have my speaker stuff, power and all that, and then the white cord there is for my neon ring, and then that all runs up. The cords that kind of run out the front there, that's for your speaker volume control. And then obviously your USBs up front, and then again, that all kind of ties to this side and then runs down to the computer. If you go up, that all runs obviously down from your TV, your marquee, so your HDMI cable, your Wii bar, your power button. So all those wires again are running down, and then obviously the power for the TV is up here, power for the marquee, power for your speakers, and then this brick is for my neon ring because it runs 5 volt. So that's typically how I do that. And then obviously front USBs, those run to the front of the computer there. That's how I do that. Obviously, your computer is going to get blocked in and tied in as nice and tight as possibly can get with that, so that doesn't go anywhere in shipping. And then obviously down here yet, still kind of a little bit of a mess. Still have a little bit of cleaning up, but obviously, hopefully you guys can see your HDMI is trying to get an angle. There you go. HDMI is plugging into the computer for your mic key. You can see like your iPad and all that plugged in there. And then again, the black wire running from the top here, just to kind of hopefully show you guys this black wire. I'll have this labeled too. This is for your power button. I'll have the 12 volt labeled too as well, which is again that cord I was talking about. You got your power cord here that plugs into the computer. And then obviously with this relay too, that ties into your power strip. So obviously then when you turn your computer on, that turns your power strip on, then which in turn turns everything on, like your TV and your marquee and everything. So you don't have to do all that good stuff, which is nice. So hopefully that kind of gives you guys an idea of how we do things back here. And again, so my light gun bar, typically I'll plug that obviously right USB right into the TV there, and then your HDMI cord running along down to the computer. And then again up here, if I come across my speakers, so the speaker wires, I run the light gun bar up this way and then down to there, and then power for your marquee, HDMI, power button, and all that run this way and then down. So hopefully that gives you an idea there. And then again, I'm just doing a pre-build, just our pre-build XL. And then I have the panel and everything on. And then like I was talking about, I have my USBs, my power for my panel there. And then there's the kick plate. I already got my holsters in, my speaker volume, TVs and everything in. Obviously, gun bar, Wii bar, Dolphin bar, and then marquee. All right, I'll answer your last few questions here, and then we'll probably end the stream. Nice, cool about upgrading. Why do you need a relay? Yeah, you need all the relay though to plug into your power strip, then which in turns that powers, like again, like I was saying, like your TV and your marquee and everything. So you need that obviously relay to tie all that in. And then I think also with the relay too, it has different, I mean, it has different inputs on it, but and it's just there to protect everything too as well. So hopefully that kind of answers your question there, Joe, on that. And that should be it, guys. Thanks everyone for joining this week, and see you next week.
Yeah.